Today we have Enrique Marrero, a crypto millionaire, AI developer who is optimizing the whole crypto space.
Yeah, no stop, bro. Honestly, there's a lot of opportunities into the space. Other than crypto, obviously, I'm very close to it with the AI development, and this is gonna get better. This is the very beginning of what the AI is gonna be. But in a couple of years, AI will turn into.
This guy came from a long way up, and now he's just the revolution in crypto. Shift, AI agents, you name it.
I do blockchain. I interact a lot with the blockchain, and in the future, finance, DeFi, and all those cool things. I'm currently developing a couple platforms.
And in today's episode, he's gonna drop some game. Hey guys, welcome back to Bali Talks, where we interview business owners and entrepreneurs. Welcome, Enrique.
Thank you so much.
So, my brother, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, where you're from, and what are you doing now?
Yeah, so it's a long story, but it's cool that we're here. Thanks for the invite. I appreciate it a lot. And my name is Enrique, and basically I do blockchain. I'm a developer. I interact a lot with the blockchain, and in the future, finance, DeFi, and all those cool things. And just to give a little background of myself, I am from Cuba. I was born in Cuba, raised in Mexico, and now I live here in Miami. Cool stuff, man. I love Miami, but this is a hot spot for business and entrepreneurs just like us. And well, right now I'm based here. So, well, yeah.
And your focus right now, what is your focus right now? What are you focused?
Well, I'm currently developing a couple platforms. In the blockchain space.
You talked about that with me. I remember when I met you in the lounge, you were talking about building a bot that was going to trade, and basically a bot has no emotions, right? So I thought it was pretty cool. Everybody was just like, yo, that's like the next thing. And bro, since then, like, I guess you've been just like working on it, and it's hard though.
Yeah, no stop, bro. Honestly, there's a lot of opportunities into the space. Other than crypto, obviously, I'm very close with the AI development as well. I think it's the future. Between those two things, with the financial aspect of crypto and the future of finance, and alongside with the AI,
I agree.
The things that bring that facilitate development.
And it's always learning. So whatever you're teaching it, it's gonna learn from there. Like,
it's always growing.
Yes,
we're growing, and this is gonna get better. This is the very beginning of what the AI is gonna be. But in a couple of years, AI will turn into a massive force that will move the world, just like crypto is already. And I don't want to say they're the same things, but they're attached somehow because they're facilitating the way that we know the world, the way that the world is moving right now, and all these things, financial and obviously automation as well, right? AI brings a lot of opportunity for people to speed up their processes, for work and all those things. So, yeah, I mean, I'm currently focused building platforms that utilizes both sectors, the crypto sector and the AI sector, that facilitates making trading tools. It also, you can build any kind of tools to kind of like automate anything that you have in mind with those type of tools. I don't want to repeat myself.
No, you're good. No, it sounds great. I mean, I've been talking to a guy. He wants to acquire some companies with me, and we decided that we want to hunt like softwares with AI, and it's basically the smartest idea because, like you said, it's the future, and so there is so much opportunity in that section. And I believe that we're so young, we got all the time of the world to take so much risk. So, like, yes, it's a software that maybe nobody's using it right now. But in the future, I'm sure everybody will, because in the hospitals they're already using AI computers. Like, doctors are already they're already getting rid of, like, it's just a system. In the United States, everything is systemized. So they did it with us. They brainwashed us. Like, go to school, like, study so you can serve, the rest, and we're gonna pay you this. But now with AI, you're irrepressible. You're out here. So I believe, it's really the future.
Yeah, man. I mean, personally, I bet, just talk a little bit more about myself.
Yeah.
I started from the bottom pretty much. I was in the, just, kind of like following what you're saying, like kind of like started with a job.
Yeah.
Learning skills and believe it or not, even though I started from the bottom, I think that and I was doing a whole complete different thing. I was back in the day. I was just working in restaurants, actually cooking food. You know, being like
My boy, I was a server.
hey, but that's how you start.
Yeah,
And believe
I
it or
got
not,
great skills from it.
So
Like that's why I learned English,
yeah,
bro.
vice,
Bro,
like vice.
bro.
And for me, you know, even starting on those fields helped me become the person that I am right now, right? Because it not only teaches you, you know, this type of things, right? Where we learn English, for example, but also for us that come from another country, right? That we're immigrants from other countries that come out here and want to make it so bad, right? So in that case, you know, it teaches you values. It teaches a bunch of things that when you're at a different level,
You value little things. You value everything.
right, and it feels better, you know, coming down from there to get to a point where you're like, okay, I've actually unlocked something on my mind. It's kind of like flipping the switch.
Yeah.
Where you over
You get exposed to it. And once you get exposed, you can't unexpose. So, for example, what I was telling this guy about the levels is how I started entrepreneurship was with my mind, and I entered the level of money. So, I unlocked the money side, then the money freedom, then the time freedom. Then right now, I'm in the location freedom. So I see life as a game, and that's why it's like the Matrix side is just like I feel like I'm in a game, bro.
Life is a game. GTA.
No, like whatever, bro. Whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to go,
Call of Duty.
bro. Literally, like you play, bro. Facts. You can use gore and shoot, but oh, you can do whatever. Like, whatever the
Or real
fuck.
the life.
It's whatever the fuck you want. So it's the whole concept of my agency. Is the whole concept of my community. Is my whole brand. My book talks about it. Like everything about my life is just like everything is a game. You can create your own reality. Everything you get, everything you do, and it's just matter of you being mindful and knowing that like whatever you put in is what you're gonna get out. It's just simple. Like that's simple.
Hey man, anything in this life, anything is possible.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. And it's all about, like you say, your mindset.
Yeah.
And how you unlock all those possibilities to come to you. It's called the law of attraction.
Yeah.
All right, where you visualize something and you bring it to yourself. And that's just how it works. Everything in life, it's like that. I mean, I'm proof. I'm living.
You have a tattoo. Right as well. Well, no, it's not a tattoo. It's my necklace.
Right.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, like for you.
Connected.
Yeah, bro. And like I believe that there is levels to it, and so it all depends on you. If you're not growing, you're dying. And so in this game, you need to understand. You need to have an open eye. That it's like looking at other perspectives because everything is about perspectives. And sometimes we're so like this, and you know, like how everything is looking, like everybody's looking like this. Why don't you open up? Why don't you? There's so many realities. You can create whatever you want. You're there because you want to be there because you don't know that like somebody has to pull you out of there.
It's crazy because it sounds very easy, but hey, this is the crazy thing. It is actually that easy. It is actually that easy.
Facts.
It's all in your mind, like you were saying, and once you visualize yourself to that point, then you can build that up. Obviously, it takes a ton of work. You know, we agree with that. We're people that work as entrepreneurs. We constantly are working. There's a single day that I'm not working. There's a single minute of the day where I'm not, you know, talking about work and possibilities. And it's not because I'm forced to do it. I do it because I like it, and I'm sure you do the same.
It's
because
life.
it's life, right? You were saying life has different levels.
Yes.
And for me, without those levels, life wouldn't make sense. Right, is the great part of our life that offers you, you know, even for us that kind of like we started from the bottom, it offers you that feeling of success that a lot of people, not most of the people, but a lot of people, they're already born there, so they don't feel that. But us that we grew up with nothing, that we struggle, we came from other countries that you know don't offer much. This is obviously this beautiful country that has done a lot for me and for yourself and for a lot of people here. You know, it takes us to the point where we can build up and you know, kind of like take our minds to a different level and develop ourselves, right? And become the persons that we're meant to be.
Facts. And I'm so big about the mind because I think that we don't only need to work hard, but also work smart by working in our mind and watering this garden that we have in here. And so whatever you put it in, you can without even like working. Your mind is working for you.
Right.
And so you make it work by watering it every day and growing it.
Right.
And so you have a garden that has so much fruit because you've been I call it brainwashing. I brainwash myself every single day. And it's just like, it's a habit for 30 minutes, like where it's going to take, where I'm in the car, where I'm in the gym, like just 30 minutes. And so, yeah, I mean, that's what my book is about. Then,
I didn't know that you had a book. You got to send me that so I can read it.
of course, I got you. And so, yeah, tell me, how do you see yourself with this AI and this developing programs, developing tools for software? How do you see yourself in the future doing this? Do you see it as a big agency where like you do that for other developers, or how is it?
So, I mean, personally, in terms of growing, this has been a breakthrough year for me, for myself, where a lot of things has happened and in a good way. Obviously, like I said, I put in the work, but personally, I see a lot of potential for this type of technologies that are changing the world right now, right? Like you were saying, educating yourself and growing your mind. Now is the right time because you have all these tools that can help you develop yourself even faster, better, and with the right information. Now, before you go on Google, you have to search like 10, 20 different articles.
No, and the way that you learn now, we have one of our founders. He's 17, bro. But this guy is like, he has the same mindset like us. And he tells me like, bro, I don't even watch podcasts. Like, I'm not going to watch 2 hours. I tell ChatGPT and gives me a whole rundown, everything to take. I'm like, what, kid? Like, I'm watching the podcast. You're like, you're taking it from AI. Like, I guess the next generation, they're just going to be a fucking brain with AI. Like,
Of course. Wow, that's what the purpose of AI is. It's like speeding the development of a human being. I don't think necessarily that AI is gonna replace the human being because there's nothing like us. We got feelings, which is the most important things.
Yeah.
Humanity, it's so special just because of that. That's why the AI lacks, right? And the feelings, it gets you to the point where you can enjoy having a family, you can enjoy having friends, and those type of things obviously cannot be replaced. For me, very important, have these feelings and enjoy life in that way because there's nothing more satisfying than being with the people you love and you like, right? So I mean, brother, personally, it's super exciting for me to be talking about all these things with you because, like I said, a lot of people are gonna be watching this and they're gonna be like, they're kind of like gonna feel like, what's the word?
inspire.
Not only inspired, but they're gonna feel like I forgot the word.
Having a closer conversation with us. Like in people's mind.
They're gonna feel identified with us.
I see.
Right?
Yes.
So I believe
Those that come from the bottom, definitely they would.
Yeah.
I mean, my first job, it wasn't even the server. I was a bagger. I was just packing shit. Bro, I was just like, I want to do something. Like, I was losing my time in school. I was just like, I used to like skip school and just like, okay, what can I do? Like, like this shit is
Why
boring.
didn't tell me that? I was washing cars for $2 an hour.
Yo, what? That's nuts. I used to do car washing, but it was for like 17. It was good.
Yeah,
younger.
Way younger too, right? But that's you start. You got to start from somewhere.
Yeah, no, facts.
There was times where I actually went out there and worked out for free just to learn a skill, right? And you do those things because you want to just improve yourself. Now, nowadays, most of the people have all these tools that we were just talking about that are going to speed up that process a lot more. If you have a phone, if you have a computer, you have all the tools to overcome 99% of the population. With only those tools, you go on ChatGPT, you go on all these AI tools, research about it. Just with ChatGPT, you can research about any other things that you possibly imagine, and learn about it. You learn. Takes a couple minutes, get on it. Ask any questions you have. You get a pretty short answer to all of your questions, and you start from there.
You start. Right. That's the beginning. You start.
Right. And two, just being part of the AI age, like you say, the human being is gonna be replaced in some fields when it comes to working, which is, I see that as an advantage. Most of the people, they don't want to be physically working in some industries that, obviously those industries can easily replace them by doing robots and things that can actually
Like Amazon,
right? and all those things, it's a positive thing because it's gonna force you know, the humans to overcome and adapt to the new tech age that is coming, right? So most of the jobs are gonna be us operating with the AI, operating with all these things, right? And just making sure that things are running smoothly.
Because I can take over.
Yeah, it's already taken over. I'll tell you that it's already taken over.
But you're talking about taking over the human, like the human
World, taking over the world.
and the world can't control it.
No, of course it's gonna be control.
Okay.
Listen, we are the creators.
Okay. I mean, but that's the thing. He has his own brain. That's why I'm asking. Like, can he take over the
We can shut down those computers, right?
I see. Okay.
Fine. Skip. These the touch over the button. There's a red button that you press and it shuts down consecutively.
Thank you for letting no. I didn't know. I was actually scared. I was like, I heard in Korea in Korea, like it was taking over, whatever. I was like, bro, what if it start happening here? You know, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, thankfully it's not gonna be like that. At least not for now. It's a bunch of years until that is fully mastered, and we got all whole AI models and taking care of most of this, most of the things that we do nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, personally, I believe that, you know, you get into this right now. I personally, like I was saying, I also use I use ChatGPT every day,
Bro.
every day for everything in my life. Any questions, medical questions, you know, if I have a question that I will ask a lawyer, I will now ask ChatGPT. I save myself more time. It's available anytime, any
This is
second.
$20 a month, bro.
Yeah, and it gets better, and it gets better, and it gets better,
Facts.
and it offers you more things and more things and more things. Now, I'm not here to promote ChatGPT, don't get me wrong, but it's a tool that it's as powerful as having your phone. It's as necessary for you as having a phone right now. Why? Because it will solve a lot of your problems. Not 100% of the problems, but it will solve majority of them by giving you an answer quicker than
Accurate information because you have access to like all the search engines, right?
right. And like you were saying, it has its own brain, so it can detect when something is bullshit or it's actually facts. Right? That's why you get the most accurate information from these AI models. It's a very, very, very interesting thing.
Plus, he has memory, so whatever you're telling them, they have a memory from when you started using it.
Yeah.
So it's like you have a second memory. Like if anybody wants to tap into your mind, they're probably going to ChatGPT and they have a memory of yours. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. It's like the way that
Yo, now that I think about it, the data that they keep from you,
yeah,
bro, that's
they know
insane.
everything about you.
What?
They know everything about you. But I mean, brother,
What?
think about this.
Yo, what?
Don't go too far. You already have everything on your phone already. You've had it for
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing. With this trader I'm telling you I'm working with, he also develops software. So he's doing a POS for the Caribbean. So Colombia, Jamaica, DR, whatever. And he told me, bro, the biggest thing is not the fees, it's the data that you get from these people. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, man, it's powerful. I can only imagine with ChatGPT, what the
And did you see now that Apple is including a new technology? The Apple
Apple owners.
Hey, listen, they own us. They own us. Yeah, they can do whatever they want with us.
That's so much information.
You know, that's why we get these ads about the things that we like right away because they already know what we like. They
Come
keep
on.
collecting data, and that's kind of like scary. But hey, you know what? There's nothing we can do about it right now.
We just gotta use it with the ads and target the same people and like, what are we gonna do? Sell them.
But take advantage of it.
Correct. Instead of being a consumer, be a creator.
Be a creator, and that's all we're doing. Correct. Now we creating content. We're creating bots. We're creating software.
We're creating value to the marketplace. That's what it is because this is value for people that are starting out, and that's why I thought you were saying that people will feel inspired because, like, bro, I literally have everything documented from like my jobs and when I was working on BMW, all this shit, and it's just so fun. Like now. Bro, I can see it, everything. Like you said, it was so easy because it was on my mind.
It's all mine.
Right now, I operate different. The things that I think, the way I think, the way I speak to myself, and that way I act. And so it's all in the mind, bro. It's
all in the
I can't stress that enough. Like
Yeah, I mean, something that I'm really thankful to a lot of my mentors and people that have been in my life is the change of mindset that
Yeah,
they
facts.
have done on me. You know, when you're with somebody that tells you this type of things and kind of like tells you, hey, you know what, it's on the mind. Don't ignore that person because most of the times that person will help you overcome that barrier they have in front of you that will take you to the next level. And not only in the financial aspect, but in the mindset aspect, that which is the most important one for me. Once it's just you flip the switch, you get more opportunities. You connect with the right people, and things that are meant to be are going to start happening because you unlock that potential in yourself.
No, I totally agree. And so, what will be a advice that you will give somebody that wants to start doing what you're doing? So, developing software, developing tools, and working with AI. What would you tell them if they're just starting out?
Well, see, in my case, I'm very passionate about what I do. So when you're starting something, just make sure it's something that is not work, it's your passion. So once you feel like this is where you belong to, this is what you love doing, you know, you're never gonna work a day in life, like everybody says it.
Just make sure they pays well, because sometimes people live out of their passion. It doesn't pay well. They want a good life, and it's like it doesn't go. So it needs to align. Alignment is important. But yes, you're right.
And I agree. I mean, I mean, what really motivates me, it's not really the pay. I wouldn't say that. Obviously, the pay is great because it helps you solve a lot of your problems. You know, and especially in this country where everything's so expensive, especially in Miami where everything's so expensive, and helps a lot your family and the people you love, right? But what should motivate you is it's like, you know, growing internally as a person,
Yeah.
and just connecting with the right people. So brother, for me, passion, be passionate about what you do, put in the work, in the sense of like, make sure that you love it, you like doing what you do, it doesn't feel like it's working. Connect with people. You gotta be always connecting with people. Leave that feeling of like, hey, I want to be home behind my computer. I've done that myself. Go out there, network with people. Life is more real than just being in front of that computer. So you gotta be out there and talking to people. That's very important. Talk to them, enjoy a coffee, go smoke a hookah if you like smoking hookah. But that's how we met, right? Go smoke a hookah. Go grab a drink if you drink. Go out partying if you party, because partying, you know, it's not that it's. I, for example, I don't drink much. I'll be drinking occasionally, but whenever I go out, I tend to actually meet very very cool people, because it's an environment of like happiness where you going out. Not that you got to do this every weekend or so, but at least go out there and show off yourself to people, because most of the times you're out there behind your computer and you're like wasting a lot of opportunities, because there's a ton of investors, a ton of people that are out there just looking for ways of like spending their money and investing their money, right? Connections.
They want to connect. They want connections.
Right.
And they also want to, like you said in the beginning, there is very important the family. So building like your own family and your network, and you know, I believe that what you're talking about networking and putting yourself out there is very important, but also to the point where you're networking with your family. So meaning like my partners always bring them with me to the events, and I introduce them to people. If I'm in a networking event with them, and so I meet somebody I know they need to meet, it's a perfect moment. Oh, I need to present it to somebody I know. Like perfect.
You always gotta find somebody that
Yes,
sees you.
yes.
100%.
Correct.
And that's how you start. That's how you start. So, man, a lot of opportunities. You gotta make sure you take them.
Yeah.
Learn as you go. Open your mind. Drop the ego on the side. I've been on both sides where, like, you know,
Facts.
I've had moments where, like, and this is something that I'm opening myself to say. I've had moments where I let my ego take over myself, and that's done good for myself. You always gotta be humble. You always gotta stay on earth. You know, we're gonna go through those moments, especially when there's times where you're gonna be up and you gotta be making a lot of money. You're gonna think that that's it, but in reality, life is gonna teach you that it's not. I mean, everybody has to learn it their way, right? I went through that. I've been through that a couple times. We'll talk about it later. But life teaches you a bunch of lessons.
I slap you on the face and
They slap you in the face, and listen, when it really slaps you, I'm talking about big ass slap. Yeah, reality check. So it's like just focus on that. Focus on developing your persona and in the best way as possible. Try to help people. It's very important to never forget about the people that were there for you
Yes.
at the beginning.
Yes.
Right? Because I keep I've been through moments where
Those are the real ones.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Those people that were there from day one, you got to take care of them, and in one way or the other. Not only financially, if there's a possibility that you can help, but more in like sharing your knowledge, keeping them motivated, because you're gonna be a whole inspiration for them. That has happened to myself to the point where I've talked to friends and stuff, people like that that obviously they've been like peer to peer with me, like and some people are gonna do it faster. Just like some of my people just went ahead faster than me because they obviously found their purpose and they've been doing this for a long time. You're also gonna have the opportunity. Life gives you as many opportunities as you want. You only need one to overcome yourself and go to the next level. And it's always gonna be like that, right? We're so young right now. Obviously, this is gonna be for history right here. But in a couple of years, we probably gotta do another podcast.
Yeah,
right? We can also have slightly different. But man, it's a lot of things that really are gonna change if you unlock this mindset and you keep on moving forward.
I'm gonna tell you something that I do daily. So this is no matter if I make $1 million yesterday or I didn't. So either way, I wake up and I go ground and I'm just grateful.
I see.
And I start from zero every single day. So in my game, every single day I start from zero. Doesn't matter how much I make yesterday. Today is from new. I'm a new person. So I don't have that ego thing because, bro, when I bought my Porsche, when I bought like my good watch or whatever, I was just like, it's just a normal day. The next day I was just like, I'm grateful. Like that's it. It's another day. In the game, I'm playing it like that. I start from zero every single day, even that I have a ton of stuff that I've been doing and collecting in the game. Like, I don't know how you call it. In
I don't know if I can. Maybe I just babe it.
yeah, you're good. This guy vapes as well. I only smoke Mary Jane. I don't like it is fine. I mean, you have some projects outside of the AI. Would you want to talk about that a little bit about as an entrepreneur? How do you diversify your attention and also your profits? Because we make money from our main industry and what we're passionate about or what we enjoy, but then we want to get into something else just because it's part of our lifestyle or because we want to grow some partnership with certain people. So if you could mention about some stuff that you're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a person that does a lot of multitasking.
Yeah. Same.
It's especially because I have ADHD, which it really affects me in that sense where I have to be constantly doing something different. Some people say a jack of all trades. It's a master of multiple things, a master of none. I disagree with that. Why? Because doing multiple things makes you learn quicker, makes you learn which things are going to work, which ones are not, if you're going the right way, or if you're not going. Then instead of just wasting your time on one single thing that might not be the thing that you're actually...
I think I like, bro. I'm the same. We can ask this guy, bro. He was driving. I was calling fix. We got stopped by police, and I was calling to fix the ticket. I was doing some stuff with the other phone. I was recording and blogging, and he's just like, bro, like I can't even look. What are you doing? And I'm like, bro, don't worry. Just keep doing it. And like, I don't know. I always gotta be like doing multiple stuff, and I like it. Some people say that, but I think at the end, how you feel, if you feel good and you're progressing, like don't stop, don't listen to these people because everything works differently for everybody. So it's like,
especially like I said, everybody's different.
Yeah.
I have a different condition than most of the people. Just like you probably have different conditions, and the good and the bad ways. We all have these conditions. But for me, it works out. I do a couple things. Like I said, I'm very involved into the AI game. I'm doing the crypto stuff from like DeFi to meme coins to NFTs and all these things. There's a lot of opportunities in those fields. So I'm that keeps you working on different things. It's not that I get bored, but I get into different things that, kind of like keeps me moving smoothly and learning new things and just like kind of I mean, not just getting bored, because, for example, in my sector, when you're coding and you're doing these things,
Oh my God.
you want to be doing some different things. You just don't want to be coding the same thing for weeks. You want to switch it up, so you can get ideas for whenever you come back to whatever you're coding. You have a different idea that you can implement, and that will make it even more interesting, right?
Yeah.
So for myself, like you were saying, I've been doing a couple of tools. I've been working on bots. I've been working on extensions for Chrome. I've been working on platforms for real estate. I'm working on a couple things for cars, for supercars, where we're like tokenizing these assets and into the blockchain
Buy or rent?
for investment. We're doing so right now. The cool thing about this is that, the blockchain industry lets you tokenize real life assets.
Yeah.
Right, which you can tokenize a project that you have.
Yeah, I seen real estate. I saw it in an event.
Right.
Like 8,000 people or 800,000. I don't know how many people they said, but they can all buy the property.
Let's say you make money in crypto, and you have decent money in crypto, but you don't have enough to buy an entire property. Then you can join this real estate companies that are offering, access to tokenization, where multiple people can buy a property with crypto, right? And they will earn revenue by just owning a share of that in crypto. Yeah, it's crazy, and
Like stock market, you could say.
it's
The shares.
right. It's kind of like different, because everything
More secure, yeah. I mean,
it's secure in
contracts.
terms, right, and smart contracts is a very dope feature, because it kills the middleman, right?
Yeah.
It makes things go better.
Yeah.
Everything is just already there in the blockchain. It cannot be changed. It's just like, you order to do it like this, and this is how it's gonna be, and it's never gonna change unless you unlink yourself from that smart contract, right? That's why we have wallets. And not only that, I see the future not only for the finance, the financial system that we currently have, but for everything. Like, let's say, imagine digital passports on the blockchain, where you don't actually need a passport.
So
You have something already that it's already on the blockchain, that it's secure. It cannot be hacked. It cannot be decrypted. For now,
like all these people, they have access to, like, I don't know if you heard about T-Mobile. They had access to all our stuff, and they use it, and they got sued. Like, bro, come on,
the
like,
data and stuff. Yeah.
like they have access to all data, and they sell it.
Yeah. And with crypto, you can also protect the data. It solves a bunch of problems in this
The current system.
in this current system. It solves inflation. It's one of the biggest one. Bitcoin as the digital gold, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin. The main function of Bitcoin, or the main thing about Bitcoin, is that fixes the inflation. That's why there's countries such as Argentina, with their new president, Javier Milei, which is, it's really bullish about that, where he wants to introduce that to solve the inflation problems in
Is
Argentina.
he trying to be like Bukele?
See, Bukele, it's a very smart guy,
Very.
very very smart guy, and what he's doing for El Salvador, it's great.
Yes.
He's already putting them ahead of everybody else, which is something that, at some point the U.S. is also going to be doing, because Trump is also very.
Yeah. His bullets on Chris.
I don't want to talk about politics, but just to say that there's always going to be somebody that is going to introduce that type of technology to the countries, and they're going to do good, because, again, technology has done good for society, right? Good and bad, but I think that it's more than good, because now everything is just easier for us. We're living at a different age. We have all these cars, we have all these phones, we have all these things that are really facilitating the way that the human being lives. It saves us time, and it gives us more time to actually enjoy ourselves, right? So, again, a lot of opportunities. Crypto, it's huge. I don't think people realize how big this will be in a couple years, where the entire world is going to be more focused into that, because
And crypto will be leading, because right now the U.S. is leading. Bro, last night I had a conversation with a Wall Street guy in West Palm Beach, and so he does all the stocks, whatever. And so we were having a deep talk about the system and how it works with they printing money in the Federal Reserve, whatever it is. And so I'm like, but how they keep, how they have the control, bro? Because they print the money, so they have access to printing money, and they control the stock market. So the values of everything, if they keep their values up or whatever, if they can manipulate the market, like they're leading the fucking world.
Yeah.
So everything, I don't know if I should say, but listen,
Hey, this app, we all know this. We kind of like all know how all these things are done. I mean, this is what we live with. It's unfortunate. Like, obviously, the people that are at the top are always going to be manipulating the markets because they got more money to bet, right?
Yeah,
They got more money to play with, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the life, the way the life goes. I think that I was saying like the future is very promising with all these technologies, and just like you say, the stock market is being controlled, crypto money is being controlled. Everything obviously affects. That's why the price of Bitcoin and the coins below Bitcoin is moving very volatile at this moment because there's news that really affect this. But I think that when you separate that from what we talk about the possibilities of being in this type of technologies, just being on the field, it solves a lot of real life issues. And yeah, as a developer, I want to say that I've seen the source code of very important brands such as Apple, Amazon, and things, and everything indicates that it's moving towards crypto. At some point, it's something that obviously is new. It's been a couple years. It hasn't been over like 30 years. Obviously cryptography has been out there for a minute. Which it's a new documentary in HBO that just came out. I haven't seen it yet. But I've heard a lot of things about it where they're talking about how cryptography and the Satoshi Nakamoto and all those things are like being released, and there's more information about it, which I'll be watching that pretty soon, and I'll recommend you do that because there's a lot of talk about that.
No, it's good to be informed. I mean, that's the only way that you can make smart decisions, by having the right information in your mind and knowing how everything is going to shift, so you can be ready for the opportunity. No, 100%.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's so many things that you can actually learn from this, and I'm sure that in most of people's field they can already kind of like include this. One thing that I like a lot about crypto is how you can process payments, how you can pay people instantly, quicker, and safe, right? A lot of people say, hey, you know what, crypto's not safe. Wallets are being drained. People are losing money, but I think that's just actual people. It's just
That's
some
validation. They don't even know.
They don't
use Apple Wallet.
Yeah, they don't understand it. They don't protect their assets, right? There's multiple ways that people can protect their assets, and they're just not doing it right.
Like this guy, bro. This guy is such a techie. He tells me like, oh, bro, my internet, nobody can penetrate that shit. I got fiber. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Bro, he gave me an explanation I didn't even understand.
The firewall.
I don't know what the hell he does, but
You got a firewall, all right? You probably helpful.
yeah. And so like he's like, bro, I got you. Don't worry. Like this is the way that we protect. Nobody can okay, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, brother, cybersecurity is another topic.
That everybody should be aware
Everybody
of, right?
should know the basics of cybersecurity because your data might be leaked, or your stuff or everything. Well, at this point, like, I would not say everybody's, but most of the people, at least here in the United States, have their social security leaked because there's been like data breaches where hackers have been able to access and get all this information, sell on the
I can only imagine when I apply for a credit card, I need to put my fucking social, and what do you have to do? Like, what, hack their bank or something? I don't know. I guess you guys can figure it out.
But guess what? Blockchain fixes that issue.
Facts.
Blockchain can actually fix all those little problems that we're having right now with social security and all these things. That's why I keep saying I believe that that's gonna be a major thing moving forward because it's gonna fix the way that we have all this. It's just gonna fix all these problems that we currently have. But
It's current revolution.
this is the current revolution, yeah. So not only the financial system, but the way that assets are being, kind of like identified, digital assets, real life assets, and things like that are gonna have a major boost once this technology is fully integrated. Crypto, AI, all those things. But yeah,
Damn, bro, you just gave everybody just so much wisdom.
I mean, it's all there. Shout GPT, man. It's there.
No, facts. I mean, you just gotta get curious and get started, be consistent on it, and fucking like learn. Like people they're going to college and then they're getting the education that the system wants you to learn, and it's like you're really not learning. Then from when you actually want to learn, you need to unlearn all that stupid shit that you have in your mind about health and all that things. Like all the food here is just like potion, so many things there is that people they still believe in that. So, bro, thank you so much. I think this was an amazing podcast, and thank you for giving so much wisdom. I hope you can come up in a second part.
Something you could talk about.
No, of course,
If you're doing it,
definitely. If you could just share yourself, your social media, so they can follow you and find you out there.
Sure. Let me double check because
Just change out the username.
I'm changing out the username, and actually, you can follow me on Instagram.
We're gonna have a new brand.
Yeah, I'm restructuring a couple things, but on Instagram, I'm actually X0 Enrique.
Okay.
Probably just gonna leave it out there for people to just go in there and click it. But follow me on Instagram. Right now, I'm currently private. I'm trying to keep things a little private, but I'll still give you a follow back. And if you always have questions, I'm the type of person that I'll be personally interacting to whoever that reaches out to me. I don't have anybody taking care of my social media. I do it myself because I love helping people. Life has taught me a lot. I've been through a lot of really rough things that I believe that my purpose is actually help people. Not only, with the knowledge, but like kind of like helping them to find their way. So that's what I'm here for. And like I said, this has been kind of like a breakthrough year for me where I'm learning. I'm opening myself more. Like I'm doing a podcast right now. I never thought I would do this. But I'm out here just doing a podcast and just, talking everything I know. If it helps somebody, I'm pretty happy that this could help you to understand all these things better and just become better in general. Just like there was people in my life that actually came up front and taught me these things as well. So yeah, man, I appreciate you inviting me here. It's great to talk to you. You're such a very smart person that it's very enjoyable to come out here and talk to you. And you have your mind straight. You know what you're saying, and I love the fact that you're such a good person. And yeah, man, I really appreciate you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for being so genuine. Like you give everybody this game.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, guys.
¿Cómo está el audio? Bien. Porque ¿esto qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Había un metro al lado por aquí.
Con eso, man. Ya estamos bien. ¿Quieres grabar más? Pido de horas.
¿Cuánto fue? ¿Cuánto duró? ¿Como 40, 50?
36.
Oh, yeah, because after 1 hour, these fucking viewers, I don't know, they don't like watching that.
They don't like watching.
Yeah, like 40. I'm fair, keep it like 45.